Plain and simple, Nicolas Cage understood the assignment. Renfield stars Nicholas Hoult as the titular character and Nicolas Cage as Dracula. This movie tells the story of Renfield, who is Dracula's henchman and inmate at the lunatic asylum for decades, who longs for a life away from the Count and his various demands, plus all of the bloodshed that comes with them. Now, I wasn't particularly super excited for this movie by any means, but what really sold me, and I think for most people, was Nicolas Cage playing Dracula. Nicolas Cage, as probably most of you know, has had a bit of a resurgence over the past couple years. He's been doing a lot of interesting roles, playing characters a bit out of his comfort zone, I would say, and he really goes all out in some roles. And that's really why I came for this movie, and in preparation I watched the original Dracula from 1931, which I would say if you have the chance, watch that movie before watching this movie, and you'll get a couple little key nods to that movie. When it comes down to Renfield, it's a solid good time, especially if you're a fan of gory and bloody horror comedies. It's not great though. But before I get more to my in-depth thoughts on this movie, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the rest of this review, and comment down below what are your thoughts or expectations for Renfield. But let's keep talking about the movie. Now, I was just singing Nicolas Cage's praises, but I'm going to continue on a little bit more because he is the reason why you should go see this movie. If you're looking for another fun Nicolas Cage performance, you're going to get that within this movie. He's not in the movie a huge amount of time because this is Renfield's story, not as much a Dracula-centered movie, which you have to realize going into this movie. If you're expecting a lot of Nicolas Cage, you're not going to get that much of him, but he is clearly having a blast. He works off of Nicolas Hoult very well. Nicolas Hoult as well, he's solid. There is some incredible makeup on Nicolas Cage in some key scenes where Dracula has a bit of a reformation, let's just say. So in that aspect, it was interesting to see, as well as the gore factor in this movie, because it is at times an all-out bloodfest. I will definitely say if you are not a fan of gore, blood, whatever it may be, and you're turned off by that very easily, this is not going to be the movie for you because it goes all out. The point where I was laughing in disbelief at some key scenes. In the movie, it has some cheesy dialogue and it kind of is a bit of a spoof at times. I think it knows what it is. It has a bit of self-aware humor in a way. But then other times it'll go for it a bit too much and then I'm like, okay, this is a little too much. We're getting too cheesy. Most of the comedy works, not all of it per se. But I think what stood out the most to me, besides Nicolas Cage's performance in this movie, were the underlying themes of toxic masculinity and how some people abuse their power, specifically towards others, whether that's an assistant, in this case, Renfield. The dynamic between Renfield and Dracula, how Renfield really just wants to get away from this guy that is ruining his life and making him do bad things that he doesn't want to do anymore. But Dracula keeps convincing Renfield that what he is doing is okay, and that's what I appreciated about this movie, how some people can just be turned off by the fact that what they're doing is bad, but someone that they look up to is saying it's good. Where Renfield falls a bit short of being really good or great necessarily is it gets dumbed down by some annoying and bad subplots. They're just unoriginal, especially everything with Awkwafina and Ben Schwartz's character. Ben Schwartz is the villain of this movie and he definitely has some fun scenes, but sometimes he goes a little bit too far, and Awkwafina's subplot is just something that we've seen time and time again. I don't know if you've seen it particularly in horror comedies like this, but thousands of other movies. I'm not going to spoil it for you. The script overall is predictable, and I think when you have some fresh ideas in this movie, like the toxic masculinity exploration of that, and you pair it up with an unoriginal script, I found myself getting frustrated in some scenes. It's an easy little watch, again, unless you're turned off by violence. It's solid, but nothing particularly stands out about it. It's not too special. Renfield worked best for me when it was exploring an abuse of power from people in higher up positions like Nicolas Cage's Dracula in this movie, who is clearly having a blast. It's gory and there's stuff that horror fans will definitely appreciate about this movie, but it is just a bit too predictable in the end. I'm gonna give Renfield a C+. It's like a good 3-star movie. I would recommend it if you're looking for a casual, fun watch, maybe. I don't know if you have to go out to the theaters to see it necessarily. Those are my quick thoughts on Renfield. Make sure once again to let me know down below in the comment section if you've seen the movie. What did you think of it? I want to thank you so much for watching this review. And again, if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more videos and reviews coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.